Hi, welcome to the Keys to Success video. We're going to be talking about different things that you can do in this course and in your speeches to be the best that you can be. So first off, we're going to talk about how you can place your body to help you be successful while you're giving a presentation. The first thing that you want to make sure to do is to plant your feet firmly on the ground at hip width distance or shoulder distance. They're about the same distance apart, so either way is fine. The reason why we want to make sure to do this is because if you have it any closer, you have problems with balance. If you have it any further, you really just look stupid. So you want to do it hip width distance apart, and that way you're much less likely to sway while you're giving a presentation, which can be incredibly distracting. Now, a lot of you, and me personally, we like to use our hands when we are giving a presentation. And you know what? That's a-okay. It's helpful to emphasize a point or to show a transition. So you want to make sure that you're not just having your hands to your side the whole time. You also want to make sure that you don't just have your hands behind your back at all, or the fig leaf, if you know what I mean. You don't want to have your hands in front of your genitalia. You want to make sure that you are open. The more that you can show your hands, the better. The palm of your hand specifically. This is called the Jesus station because Jesus showed his palms, obviously. But the reason why is it's been scientifically proven that the more that you show your palms, the more that people perceive you as being honest and open. So it's a sign of being honest and open to show your hands. So while you're gesturing, show your palms, and that will make you seem more credible and more open and honest with your audience. One thing to keep in mind is to also don't rely on your notes heavily. On the flip side, you also don't want to memorize your speech. In order to sound the most genuine, you want to be very familiar with your speech. You don't want to rely heavily on your notes, reading from them and barely looking up. Eye contact is really important with making a meaningful connection with your audience. And if you're relying heavily on your notes, you're not going to be able to have that meaningful connection. Vice versa, if you're memorizing your notes, you sound very robotic and you're not going to have that meaningful connection with your audience because if you mess up, you're more likely to freak out. Also, if you have memorized your speech and you're trying to make a point come clear, it's not going to seem as genuine if you don't make those pauses that are necessary. And if you have it memorized, you're most likely not going to pause during your speech, which is actually very important. Okay. The next thing that you want to do to make sure that you are effective is to actually practice your speech beforehand. If you practice it, this is one tool to get you familiarized with it. Not memorize, again, familiarize, don't memorize. The more you practice, the more comfortable you'll be, not only with your topic, but with the actual act of giving a speech. So you'll be more comfortable, you'll seem more genuine, and you'll be more successful giving that speech. So now that we've talked about how to really focus on being successful in this course, in this giving speeches, we're going to talk a little bit about how to make sure that you are successful in this course. One of the main things that I need you to do is to check the announcements regularly because I do update them, and to also check your email. This is where I'm going to be sending you all of your rubrics as you do your speeches. I'm going to fill out your rubric, give you some feedback on that rubric, and then I'm going to email it to you. So that way you can see areas that you need to improve, and you can see how you earned your score. You also can, before you upload your video, you can look at it, take your rubric, and grade yourself. And that way you'll be able to predict better what grade you're going to earn on that specific speech or whatever you're doing. It also makes you reflect on how you're doing. That way, if you see that you have a mannerism that's really distracting, you can go ahead and fix that. You may want to retape your speech. But either way, you might just be able to know what to do better next time. So, in this Key to Success video, we've talked about ways that you can become a better speaker, and we've also talked about ways that you can just be more successful in this course. Again, if you have any questions, you're always welcome to text me or to email me, and I answer my phone and my email very regularly. Don't hesitate to contact me. Have a good day, guys.